of your cell phones right now, turn them off, and don't touch them. Okay? If you have snacks, candy, open it now because the crinkling is annoying. Enjoy the show. Laugh. Have fun. Be merry. Thanks.
His thirst.
Me pertinato, gentle master mine, I am in all affected as yourself. Glad that you thus continue your resolve.
For mercy's Tranio, well dost thou advise. Say what company is this?
Master, some show to welcome us to town.
Gentlemen, importune me no further, for I am firmly resolved, you know, not to bestow my youngest daughter before I have a husband for the elder. If either of you both love Caterina, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
Not rather, she's too rough for me. There, and your will do, any wife?
I pray you, sir, is it your will to make a stale of me amongst these mates?
Mates? Maid, how mean you that? No mates for you, unless you are of gentler, milder mold.
In faith, sir, you shall have no need to fear. I wish you were not half-wife to her heart, but if you were, her care should be to comb your noddle with a three-legged stool, paint your face, and use you like a fool!
Well, the devil, good Lord, deliver us.
Me too, good Lord.
Hush, master, here's some good pastime for us. That went to stark mad, a wonderful thrower.
On the other side of this white sea pays mild behavior and sobriety, at least Tranio.
Well said, master. Come on, the danger's filled.
Gentlemen, to make good what I have said, Bianca, get thee in, but let it not displease thee, for I love thee nevertheless, my girl.
Aw, a pretty peach. She put finger in the eye and she knew why.
Sister, content you with my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure humbly I subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Oh, Tranio, that makes you nervous.
Your Baptista, will you be so strange? Sorry am I, that our goodwill affects Bianca's grief.
Why will you mew her up, Signor Baptista, for this fiend of hell? Make her bear penance for her tongue.
Gentlemen, content ye, I am resolved. Get in, Bianca. And for I know she taketh most delight in music, instruments, and poetry, schoolmasters will I keep within my house, fit to instruct her. If you, Hortensio, or you, Signor Gremio, know any such, prefer them hither, for to cunning men I will be kind and liberal, to mine own children in good bringing up. And so farewell. Caterina, you may stay, for I have more to commune than with Bianca.
And I trust I may go too, may I not? What? Shall I be appointed hours, but like I would not what to take and what to leave?
I pray, sir, tell me, is it possible that love should of a sudden take such hold?
Tranio, so I found it to be true. I never thought it possible or likely. But see, while idly I stood looking on, I found the effect of loving idleness, and now in plainness do confess to thee that art as secret and dear to me as honor to the Queen of Carthage was. Tranio, I burn, I pine, I perish, Tranio, if I achieve not this young modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Nay, then it is time to stir him from his trance. I pray, away, sir. If you love the maid, then thoughts and wits to achieve her. Thus it stands. The eldest sister is so cursed and shrewd that till the father rid his hands of her, and master, your love must live a maid at home, and therefore has a closely neuter up, because she will not be a noisome suitor.
Tranio, what a cruel father's he. But art thou not advised? He took care to get cunning schoolmasters to instruct her?
Ay, marry am I, sir, and now 'tis plotted. You shall be schoolmaster and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device.
It is. May it be done.
Not possible, for who shall bear your part and be the pathway of your Vincentio's son?
Basta! Content thee, for I have it full. We have not yet been seen in any house, nor can we lie distinguished by our faces. For man or master, then it follows thus. Thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead, keep house and servants and port as I should, I'll some other be, some Florentine or a Neapolitan or a meaner man of Pisa. 'Tis hatched and it shall be so. Tranio, at once, uncase me, take my colored hat and cloak. When Biondello comes, he waits on thee, but I'll charm him first to keep his tongue.
So had you need. In brief, sir, sit that your pleasure is, and I am tied to be obedient. For so your father charged me at our parting. Be serviceable to my son, quoth he, although I think 'twas in another sense. I'm content to be Lucentio, because so well I love Lucentio.
Tranio, be so, for Lucentio loves. Go and let me be a slave to achieve that maid whose sudden sight hath thralled my wounded eye. But here comes the rogue. Sirrah, where have you been?
Where have I been? Nay, how now? Where are you? Master, has my fellow Tranio stolen your clothes? Are you his? Or both? Pray, what's the news?
Sirrah, come hither. Now is not the time to jest. Therefore mark your manners through the time. Your fellow Tranio here, to save my life, puts my apparel and my countenance on, and I, for my escape, have put on his. For you see, in a quarrel since I came ashore, I killed a man, and fear I was described. Wait you on him, I charge you, as becomes, while I make way from hence to save my life. Do you understand?
Aye, sir.
And not a jot of Tranio in your mouth. Tranio is changed into Lucentio.
The better for her, sir. Would I were so, too.
So could I, faith boy, have the next bush after. That Lucentio indeed had Baptista's youngest daughter. But Sirrah, not for my sake, but for your master's, I advise you use your manners discreetly in all kind of companies. When I'm alone, why then I am Tranio. But in all places else, your master Lucentio.
Tranio, let's go. One thing more rests, that thyself execute, to make one among these rulers. Now, if thou ask me why, suffice it. My reasons are both good and weighty.
My best beloved and approved friend Hortensio, and I trow this is his house. Here's Sir Grumio, knock, I say.
Knock, sir. Whom should I knock? Is there a man that has refused your worship?
Villain, I say, knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir? Why, sir? What am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say, knock me here at this gate, and rap me well, or I'll knock your knave's pate.
My master is grown quarrelsome. I should knock you first, and then I know after who comes I worst.
Will it not be? Bake, sirrah, and you'll not knock, I'll ring it. I'll try how you can sol, fa, and sing it.
How now? What's the matter? My old friend Grumio and my new friend Petrugio. How do you all, Verona?
Signor Hortensio. Come here now to part fray. Con tutto il cuore ben trovato, may I say.
Alla nostra casa benvenuto. Molto onorato, signor mio Petrugio. Rise, Grumio, rise. We shall compound this quarrel.
Nay, 'tis no matter what he lectures in Latin, if this not be a lawful case for me to leave his servant. Look you, sir. He bid me knock him and rap him soundly, sir. Was it fit for a servant to use his master so? Being perhaps for aught I see 2:30 of him about. Whom would to God I had well knocked at first. Then had not Grumio come by worst.
Sirrah, be gone, or talk not, I advise you.
Petrugio, patience. I am Grumio's pledge. Now tell me, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you to Padua here from old Verona?
Such wind as scatters young men through the world to seek their fortunes farther than at home, where small experience grows. But in a few, Signor Hortensio, thus it stands with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased. And I thrust myself into this maze to live and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have, and goods at home, and some come abroad to see the world.
Petrugio, shall I then come roundly to thee and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Thou spank me but a little for my counsel, and yet she shall be rich, and very rich. But thou art too much my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few words suffice. And therefore, if thou knowest one rich enough to be Petrugio's wife, for wealth is the burden of my wooing dance. Be she as foul as was Florentius' love, as old as Sybil, as cursed and shrewd as Socrates' Xantippe, or worse, she moves me not, or not removes at least. I have come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Nay, look you, sir. He tells you flatly what his mind is. Why, give him gold enough and marry him to an old trot with ne'er a tooth in her head. Though she may have as many diseases as 250 horses, why, nothing comes amiss, so money comes with all.
Petruchio, since we are stepped thus far in, I shall continue that I broached in jest. I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife with wealth enough, and young and beauteous, brought up as becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that is faults enough, is that she is intolerable curse.
Peace, Hortensio. Thou knowst not gold's effect. Tell me your father's name, and 'tis enough, for I will board her, though she chide as loud as thunder when the clouds in autumn crack.
Her father's name is Baptista Minola, an affable and courteous gentleman. Her name is Caterina Minola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I know her father, though I know not her, and he knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep, Hortensio, until I have seen her, and therefore let me be thus bold with you to give you over to this first encounter, unless you will accompany me thither.
I pray you, sir, let him go while his humor lasts. My word, if she knew him as well as I did, she would think scolding would do little good upon him. No, not, sir.
Tarry, Petruchio, I must go with thee, for Baptistas keep my treasure is. He keeps the jewel of my life in hold, his youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca, and her withholds from me and others more, suitors to her and rivals in my love, supposing it a thing impossible for those defects I have before rehearsed, that ere Caterina will be wooed. Therefore this order hath Baptista ta'en, that none shall have access unto Bianca, till Caterina the cursed have got a husband.
Caterina the Cursed, title for a maid of all titles the first.
Now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me to, in disguise and sober robes, to hold Baptista as a schoolmaster well seen in music, that so I may, by this device, at least have leave and leisure to make love to Bianca and court her unsuspected by herself.
Master, look about you. Who goes there?
Peace, Grumio, is the rival of my love. Petruchio, stand by a while.
Proper stripling and an amorous.
Very well, I have perused your note. Hark you, sir, I'll have them very fairly bound. All books of love see that at a hand. So you read no other lectures to her. You understand me. Over and beside Senior Baptista's liberality, I'll mend it with a largesse. What will you read to her?
Whate'er I read to her, I'll plead for you. As for my patron, stand you so assured, as firmly as yourself are still in place. And yea, perhaps with more successful words than you, unless you were a scholar, sir.
This learning, what a thing it is!
This woodcock, what an ass it is.
Peace, sirrah.
Grumio, God save you, Signor Grumio.
And you are well met, Signor Hortensio. Trow you whither I am going? To Baptista Minola's. I promised to inquire carefully about the schoolmaster for the fair Bianca, and by good fortune I have lighted well on this young man, for learning and behavior fit for her turn, or what in poetry, other books. Good ones, I warrant ye.
'Tis well, and I have found a gentleman hath promised to help me to another, a fine musician, to instruct our fair mistress. So shall I be noted behind you in duty to fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
Beloved of me, and that my deed shall prove.
And that his bag shall prove.
Grumio, 'tis now no time to vent our love. Listen, and if you speak me fair, I'll tell thee news indifferent good for either. Here is a gentleman whom by chance I met, upon agreement from us to his liking, will undertake to woo cursed Caterina, yea, and to marry her, if her dowry please.
So said, so done as well. Hortensio, have you told him all of her faults?
I know she is an irksome, brawling scold. If that be all, masters, I hear no harm.
Sir, such a life with such a wife were strange. But will you woo this wildcat?
Will I live? Why came I thither but to that intent? Think you a little din can daunt mine ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the seas, puffed up with winds, rage like an angry boar chafed with sweat? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field, and heaven's artillery thunder in the skies? Have I not, in pitched battle, heard loud horns, neighing steeds, and trumpets clang? And do you tell me of a woman's tongue, which gives not half so great a blow to hear as will a chestnut in a farmer's fire. Tush, tush. Dear boys with bugs.
He fears none.
Potential art, this gentleman is well met, my mind presume, for his own good and ours.
I promised we would be contributors at various charging of wooing whatsoever.
And so will, provided that he win her.
Oh, I would I were assured of a good dinner.
Gentlemen, God save you. If I might be bold, tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minola?
Oh, hark you, sir, you mean not her too.
Perhaps him and her, sir. What have you to do?
Not her that chides, at any hand I pray.
I love no chider, sir. Let's away.
Well begun, Tranio. Sir, a word ere you go. Are you a suitor to the maid you talk of, yea or no?
And if I be, sir, is it any offense?
No, but without more words, you get you hence.
Why, sir, I pray, are not the streets as free for me as for you?
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
For this reason, if you'll know, it's a choice love of Signor Gremio.
That she be chosen of Signor Hortensio.
Softly, my masters. You be gentlemen, do me this right. Hear me with patience. Baptista is a noble gentleman to whom my father is not all unknown. And were his daughter fairer than she is, she may more suitors have, and me for one.
What? This gentleman won't talk at all.
Sir, give him head, I know he'll prove a shade.
Hortensio, to what end are all these words?
Sir, may I be as bold as ask you, did you yet ever see Baptista's daughter?
No, sir, but here I do that he hath two. The one is famous for a scalding tongue, as is the other for beauteous modesty.
Sir, the first's for me. Let her go by.
If it be so, sir, that you are the man must set us all and me amongst the rest. And if you break the ice and do the speech, achieve the elder, set the younger free for our access. Whose hat shall be the haver will not so reasons be to be enraged.
Sir, you say well you do conceive. And since you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman, to whom we all rest generally beholding. The motion's good indeed, and be it so, Petruchio, I shall be your Benvenuto.
Good morrow, neighbor Baptista.
Good morrow, neighbor Gremio. God save you, gentlemen.
And you, good sir. Pray, have you got a daughter called Caterina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir, called Caterina.
I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am thus bold to show myself a forward guest within your house, to make mine eye the witness of that report which I so oft have heard. And, for an entrance to my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, cunning in music and mathematics, to instruct her wholly in those sciences, whereof I know she is not ignorant. Accept of him, or else you do me wrong. His name is Licio, born in Mantua.
You are welcome, sir, and he for your good sake. Whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is my name, Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all Italy.
I know him well. You are welcome for his sake.
Neighbor, this is a gift very grateful, I'm sure of it. To express like kindness myself, who have been more kindly beholden to you than any, freely give unto you this young scholar, who have been long studying at Rheims, studying Greek, Latin, and other languages, the other in music and mathematics. His name is Cambio. Pray, accept his service.
1,000 thanks, Signor Gremio. Welcome, good Cambio. But, gentle sir, methinks you walk like a stranger. May I be so bold as to know the cause of your coming?
Pardon me, sir, the boldness is mine own, that being a stranger in this city here to make myself a suitor to your daughter, unto Bianca, fair and virtuous. Nor is the firm resolve unknown to me in the preferment of the eldest daughter. This liberty is all that I request, that upon knowledge of my parentage, I may have welcome amongst the rest that woo, and free access and favor as the rest. And for the education of your daughters, I here bestow a simple instrument, and this small packet of Greek and Latin books. If you accept them, sir, then there are this great.
Vincentio, of whence, I pray?
Of Pisa, sir, son of Vincentio.
A mighty man of Pisa, by report. You are very welcome, sir. Now, take you the lutes, and you this set of books. You shall go see your pupils presently. All within! Sirrah, take these gentlemen to my daughters. Tell them both that these are their tutors. Bid them use them well. And now we will walk a little in the orchard and then to dinner, for you are passing welcome here, and so I pray you to think yourself.
Signor Baptista, my business asketh haste, and I cannot every day come to you. You knew my father well, and in him me left solely heir to all his lands and goods, which I have better rather than decreased. Then tell me, if I should get your daughter's love, what dowry shall I have with her to wife?
Upon my death, 1/2 my lands, and in possession 20,000 crowns.
And for that, I'll assure her of her widowhood, be it that she survived me, and all my lands and leases whatsoever. Let specialties be drawn between us, so that a covenant may be kept on either hand.
Aye, when the special things obtain, that is her love, for that's all in all.
Why, that is nothing. For I tell you, Father, I am as peremptory as she proud-minded. And where two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury. So I to her, and so she yields to me. For I am rough, and woo not like a baby.
But well mayest thou woo, and happy be thy speed, but be thou armed for some unhappy words.
I for the proof, as mountains are for winds that shake not, though they blow perpetually.
Why, how now, my friend? Why dost thou look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I look pale.
What, will my daughter prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never lute.
Why, then thou canst not break her to the lute?
Why no, for she had broke the lute to me. I never told her she mistook her frets and bowed her hand to teach her fingering, when with the most impatient devilish spirits, frets you call these, quoth she, I'll fume with them. And with that word, she struck me on the head, and through the instrument my pate made way. And I stood there amazed for a while, as on a pillory, looking through the lute. She would call me rascal fiddler, and twangly jack, and 20 such vile terms, and had she studied to misuse me so.
Now, by the world, it is a lusty wench. I love her now 10 times more than e'er I did. How I long to have some chat with her.
Well, come with me, sir, and be not so discomfited. Proceed and practice with my younger daughter, for she's apt to learn and thankful for good turns. Signor Petruchio, will you come with us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I will attend her here, and woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rails. Why then, I'll tell her plain she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frown. Why then, I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses newly washed with dew. And if she deny to wed, why then I'll crave the day when I shall ask the banns and when be married.
You drunken crackhead!
But here she comes, and now, Petruchio, speak! Good morrow, Kate, for that is your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard? But something hard of hearing. They call me Katerina that you talk of me.
You lie, in faith, for you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate. For dainties are all Kates, and therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate of my consolation, that hearing thy virtues praised in every town, thy mildness spoke of, and thy beauty sounded, though not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved? In good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew at first you were immovable.
What? What's immovable?
Oh, a joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit up, mate.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as you of me.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee, for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Oh, too light for such a swain as you to catch, yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should be, should buzz.
Ah, well taken in like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take
I
thee?
prefer a turtle as he takes a buzzard.
Come, come, you wasp in faith, you are too angry.
Oh, if I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
I fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows not where wasps wear his sting? In his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours if you talk of tails, and so farewell.
What? My tongue and your tail? Nay, good Kate, come again. I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear, I'll cuff you if you strike again.
If you strike me, you are no gentleman, and if no gentleman, why then no arms!
A herald, Kate? Oh, put me in thy books.
Oh, what is your crest, a coxcomb?
A combless cock. So Kate will be my hen.
No cock of mine, you two crow too much like a craven.
Nay, come again, good Kate, you must not look so sour.
Oh, it is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
There is, there is!
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, you mean my face?
Oh, well, ain't such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
'Tis with cares.
I can't.
Nay, good Kate, in sooth you scape out so.
I shave you if I tarry, let me go!
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find report a very liar. For thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, but slow in speech, yet sweet as springtime flowers. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? Like the hazel twig, is straight and slender, and as brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Oh, let me see thee walk, thou dost not halt.
Go, fool, and whom thou keepst command. Wait! Where did you study all this goodly speech?
It is extempore, from my mother wit.
Oh, witty mother witless, else her son.
Am I not wise?
Oh, yes, keep you warm.
Married. So I mean, sweet Katerina, in thy bed. And therefore, setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your father hath consented that you shall be my wife, the dowry agreed on, and will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn, for by this light, wherever I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well. Thou art to be married to no man but me, Kate, for I am he in order to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. Here comes your father, never make denial. I must and will have Katerina as my wife.
Now, Petruchio.
It were impossible I should speed in this.
Why, how now, daughter Katerina? In your dumps?
Call you me, doctor? You have wished me went to one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian, a swearing jack who thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Father, I tell you, 'tis thus. Yourself and all the world that talked of her have talked amiss of her. If she be cursed, it is for policy. For she is not froward, but modest as the dove. She is not hot, but temperate as the morn. For patience, she will prove a second Griselle, and Roman Lucrece for her chastity. And, in conclusion, the two of us have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
Oh, I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first!
But Petruchio, Mark, she said she'll see thee hanged first.
Is this your speeding, Nathan? Good night,
Be patient, gentlemen. God, I choose her for myself. If she and I be pleased, what's that to you? Oh, 'twas bargained twixt us being alone, and she shall still be cursed in company. Oh, I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate. She hung about my neck, and kiss on kiss she bides so fast, professing oath on oath, that in a twink she won me to her love. Oh, you are novices. I tell you, 'tis a world to see how tame when men and women are alone. A meat-cock wretch can make the cursed shrew. Give me thy hand, Kate. I will into Venice to buy apparel against the wedding day. Father, provide the feast and bid the guests. I shall be sure my Katerina will be fine.
I know not what to say, but give me your hand. God send you joy, Petruchio. 'Tis a man.
Amen, say we.
There will be witnesses.
Father and wife and gentlemen, adieu. Sunday comes apace, we'll have rings and things in fine array. And kiss me, Kate. We will be married on Sunday.
Oh, it's ever a match that comes so suddenly. But now, Baptista, to your younger daughter. Now is the day we all have looked for. I am your neighbor, and what's your
And
first?
I am one that love beyond for more than words can witness, or your thoughts can guess.
Gentlemen, I will compound this strife. 'Tis deeds must win the prize. Whichever of you both can assure my daughter greatest hour shall have my Bianca's love. Say, Signor Gremio, what can you assure her?
First, as you know, my house within the city is richly furnished in plate and gold. Vases and oars to lave her dainty hands. My hangings, all of Tyrian tapestry. In ivory coffers, I've stuffed my crowns, and cypress chests my heiress counterpoint. Costly apparel, tents and canopies, fine linen, turkey foot cushions, bossed with pearls, veils of Venice, gold and needlework, pewter and brass, and all things that belong to house or housekeeping. And should I die tomorrow, all this is hers. Whilst I live, she will be only mine.
That only came well in. Sir, listen to me. I am my father's heir and only son. If I may have your daughter to my wife, I'll leave her houses 3 or 4 as good, within rich piece of walls, as any old Signor Gremio has in Padua. Besides 2,000 ducats a year of fruitful land, all of which shall be her jointure. What, Signor Gremio, have I pinched you?
I have offered all, I have no more. But she can have no more than all I have. If you like me, she will have me in mine.
Then the maid is mine from all the world. By your firm promise, Gremio is outside.
I must confess, your offer is the best, and let your father make her the assurance she is your own. Else, and you must pardon me, if you should die before him, where's her dower?
But a capital he is old, I young.
And cannot young die as old?
Gentlemen, I am thus resolved. On Sunday next, you know, my daughter Caterina is to be married. Now, on Sunday following, shall Bianca be bride to you, Signor Lucentio, if this assurance. If not, Signor Gremio. And so I take my leave and thank you both.
Adieu, good neighbor. Now I fear thee not, sirrah, young gamester. Your father were a fool to give thee all, and in his waiting age set foot under thy table. A toy. No Italian box never was so kind, my boy.
Vengeance on your craft, you withered hide. Yet I raised to the card of 10. 'Tis in my head to do my master good. I see no reason. But suppose Lucentio must get a father, called supposed Vincentio. And that's a wonder. Fathers commonly to get their children. But in this case of wooing, a child shall get a sire, if I fail not of my cunning.
Gentlemen, you do me double wrong to strive for that which resteth in my choice. I am no breaching scholar in the schools. I'll not be tied down to hours nor appointed times, but learn my lessons as I please myself. Now, to cut up all strife, here's sit down. Take you your instrument, play you the while. His lecture will be done ere you're tuned.
You'll lead this lecture when I'm tuned. That will be never. Tune your instrument.
Where left we last?
Here, madam. Hic ibat similis. Hic est sigea tellus. Hic steterat priami regia celsius.
Construe them?
Hic ibat! As I told you before. Simolis! I am Lucentio. Hic est Senator Vincentio of Pisa. Sigea tellus! Disguised thus to get your love. Hic steterat! And that Lucentio that comes wooing. Priami is my man Tranio. Regia bearing my board. Celsius! So that I beguile the old peasant.
Madam, my instrument's in tune.
Let's hear. 5! The treble jars!
Spit in the hole, man, and tune again.
Now let me see if I can construe it. Hic ibat similis! I know you not. Hic est sigea tellus! I trust you not. Hic steterat priami! Take heed to hear us not. Regia! Presume not. Celsius! Despair not.
How fiery and forward our pens is. Now for my life, the knave doth court my love. Heddersfuel, I'll watch thee there yet.
In time I may believe, yet mistrust.
Mistrust it not. For sure, Iastes was Ajax, called so from his grandfather.
Oh, I must believe my master, else I promise I should still be arguing upon that doubt. Now Lucio to you. Good masters, take it not unkindly, pray, that I have thus been pleasant with you both.
You may go walk, give me leave a while. My lessons make no music in 3 parts.
Are you so formal, sir? Well, I must wait, and watch withal, for but I be deceived, our fine musician groweth amorous.
Madam, before you touch the instrument to learn the order of my fingering, I must begin with rudiments of art, to teach you gammons and briefer sort, more pleasant, pithy, and effectual than have been taught by any of my trade. And there is in writing, fairly gone.
Why, I have passed my gamut long ago.
Yet read the gamut of Hortensio.
Gamut, I am the ground of all accord. A ray to plead Hortensio's passion. B me, Bianca, take him for thy lord. C fa ut that loves with all affection. D sol ray, one cleft few notes have I? Elah me, take pity or I die. Call you this, damn it? Tuts, I like it not. Old fashions please me best. I'm not the nice to change true rules for old inventions.
Mistress, your father prays you leave your books and help dress your sister's chamber up. You know tomorrow is the wedding day.
Farewell, sweet masters both. I must be gone.
You know this is the appointed day, that Katerina and Petruchio are to be married, and yet we hear not of our son-in-law. What will be said? What mockery will it be to want the bridegroom when the priest attends, ready to speak the ceremonial rites of marriage? What says Lucentio to this shame of ours?
No shame, but mine. I must forsooth be forced to give my hand opposed against my heart to a mad brain bruised by full of spleen, who wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. He'll woo 1,000. Point the day of marriage, make feasts, invite friends, proclaim the banns. It never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now must the world point at poor Katerina and say, lo, there be mad Petruchio's wife, if it should please him, come and marry her.
Patience, good Katerina, and Baptista too. Upon my life, Petruchio means but well. Whatever fortune sees him from his word, though he be blunt, I know him passing wise. Though he be married, yet withal he's honest.
Would Katerina had never seen him go.
Go, girl, for I do not blame thee now to weep. For such an injury would vex a very saint, much more a shrew of thy impatient humor.
Come! Where be these gallants? Who's at home?
You are welcome, sir.
And yet I come not well.
And yet you ought not.
Not so well apparelled as I wish you were.
Were it better, I should rush him thus. But where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride? How does my father? Gentles, methinks you frown. And wherefore gaze this goodly company as if they saw some wondrous monument, some comet or unusual prodigy?
Why, sir, you know this is your wedding day. First we were sad, fearing you would not come, and now sadder, seeing that you come so unprovided. Fly, doff this habit, of shame to your estate, nice or to our solemn festival.
And tells us what occasion of import hath also long detained you from your wife, and sent you hither so unlike yourself.
Tedious it were to tell, and harsh to hear. Suffice it, I am come to keep my word, though in some small part am forced to digress, as I shall well excuse withal. But where is Kate? The morning wears, I stay too long from her. 'Tis time we were at church.
Is she not your bride in these irreverent robes? Go to my chamber, put on clothes of mine.
Not I, believe me. Thus I'll visit her.
But thus I trust you will not marry her.
Good sooth, even thus, therefore have done with words. To me she's married, not unto my clothes. Could I repair what she will wear to me, as I can change these poor accoutrements, twere well for Kate and better for myself. But what a fool am I to chat with you, when I should bid good morrow to my bride, and seal the title with a lovely kiss.
He has some meaning in his mad attire. We will persuade him, if possible, to put on better ere we go to church.
I'll after him and see the event of this.
But to her love concerneth us to add her father's liking, which to bring to pass, as I before imparted to your worship, I am to get a man, whatever he be, it skills not much, will fit him to our turn, and he shall be Vincentio Pisa, make assurance here in Padua, greater sums than I have promised. So shall you quietly enjoy her hope, and marry sweet Bianca with consent.
Were it not that my fellow schoolmaster doth watch Bianca's steps so narrowly. 'Twere good, methinks, to steal our marriage, when once performed, let the whole world say no. I'll keep mine own, despite all the world.
That by degrees we need to look into and watch over our advantage in this business. All for my master's sake, Lucentio. Signor Rio, came you from the church?
As willing as ever, I came from the school.
And is the bride and bridegroom coming home?
A bridegroom, say you. A groom indeed. A grumbling groom, that the girl shall find.
Curser than she, why 'tis impossible.
Why, he's a devil, a very fiend.
Why, she's a devil, the devil's dam.
God, she's a lamb, a dove, a very fool to him. I'll tell you, Sir Lucentio, when the priest should ask if Katerina should be his wife, I, by God's wounds, quoth he, and swore so loud that down that the priest let fall the book. And as he stooped again to take it up, the mad brave bridegroom took on such a cup that down fell the priest and book and priest. Now take them up, quoth he, if any less.
What said the wench when he rose again?
Trembled and shook, why he sniffed and swore that the vicar meant to cozen him. But after many ceremonies done, he calls for wine. A health, quoth he, walked off the muscadel to the south, all in the Saxon taste, having no other reason but that his beard grew thin and hungrily, and seemed to ask him the south as he was drinking. This done, he took the bride about the neck, and kissed her lips with such a clamorous smack that at parting all the church could echo. I, seeing this, came down to very shame, and after me I know the rout is coming. Such a mad marriage never was before. Oh, hark, I hear the minstrels play.
Gentlemen and friends, I know you think to dine with me today, and have prepared great store of wedding cheer. But so it is, my haste doth call me hence, and here I mean to take my leave.
Is it possible you will away tonight?
I must away today, before night comes. Make it no wonder, if you knew my business, you would entreat me rather go than stay. And, honest company, I thank you all that have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. Dine with my father, drink a health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I am content you shall entreat me stay, and yet not stay. Entreat me how you can.
If you love me, stay.
Grumio, my horse.
Aye, sir, they be ready.
Nathan! I will not go today. No, nor tomorrow. Not till I please myself. 'Tis like you'll prove a jolly surly groom to take it on the purse so grand.
Kay, content thee. Prithee, be not
I
angry.
will be angry. What hast thou to do?
Sir.
Father, be quiet. He shall stay my leisure.
Now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool of had she not the spirit to resist.
They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride, you that attend on her. Go to the feast. Revel and domineer. Carouse full measure to her maidenhead. Be mad and merry, or go hang yourselves. But for my bonny Kate, she wast with me. And here she stands. Touch whoever dare. I'll bring mine action on the proudest he that holds my way in pendulum. Grumio, draw forth thy weapon. We are beset with thieves. Rescue thy mistress if thou be a man. Fear not, sweet wench, they shall not touch thee, Kate. I'll buckler thee against the billions.
They let them go. A couple of quiet ones.
Would they not quickly, I should die with laughing.
Of all mad matches, never was the like.
Neighbors and friends, though bride and bridegroom wants more to supply the places at the table, you know there wants no junkets at the feast. Come, gentlemen, let's go.
Fie, and all tired jades, and all mad masters, and all foul ways. I am set before to make a fire, and they are coming after to warm them. Now were I not a little hot and soon hot, my very lips, my praise, my teeth, my tongue to the roof of my mouth, my heart and my belly air. I should come by a fire to thaw me. Hallo, Curtis!
Who's that called so coldly?
A piece of ice, if thou doubtest, thou mayst slide from my shoulder to my heel with no greater run than my head and my neck. A fire, good Curtis.
Is my master and his wife coming, good Grumio?
Why, Curtis, I, and therefore, fire, fire, cast on the water.
There's fire ready, and I pray thee, tell me how goes the world.
Cold world, Curtis, in every office but thine, and therefore fire! Do thy duty and have thy duty, for my master and mistress are almost frozen to death.
There's fire ready, good Grumio, the news.
My jack boy, who away, and as much news as will thaw.
Oh, come, you're so full of conning catching.
And therefore fire, for I have caught extreme cold.
Oh.
Where's the cook? Is supper ready? The house trimmed, brushes trimmed, cobwebs swept. The serving men in their new fustians, their white stockings, every officer with his wedding garment on. Be the jacks served thin, the children served without, or all the carpets Romeo. Lend thine ear.
Here.
There.
This is to feel a tale, not hear a tale.
And thus 'tis called a sensible tale. And this cuff was but to knock at your ear to beseech you listening. And now I begin. Imprimis. We came down to follow him, my master riding behind my mistress.
Both of one horse.
What's that to thee?
Why, a horse.
Tell thou tale. If thou hadst not crossed me, thou shouldst have heard how her horse fell, and she under her horse. Thou shouldst have heard, and how merry a place, how she was bemoiled, and how he left her with her horse upon her. How he beat me because her horse stumbled, how she waded through the dirt to pluck him off me, how he swore, how she prayed, that had never prayed before, how I cried, how the horses ran away, how her bridle was burst, how I lost my brother, and many other things worthy of memory, but shall not die in oblivion and return unexperienced to thy grave.
By this reckoning, he is more shrewd than she.
Aye, and that thou and the proudest of all shall find when he comes home. But what talk I of this? Call forth Nathaniel. Are we all ready?
We are.
Call him forth.
Do you hear how you must meet my master to countenance my mistress?
Why she have a face for all?
Well, who knows not that?
Thou, it seems, I call company to countenance her.
I call him forth to credit her.
Why should we spar nothing of them?
Welcome home, Romeo. How now?
Welcome you, how now you, and thus much for greeting. Now, my spruce companions, is all things ready and all things neat?
All things is ready. How near is our master?
Clean at hand and enlightened by this. Therefore, be not caught, fast and silence, I hear my master!
Where be these knaves? What? No man endured to hold my stirrup nor to take my horse? Where's Nathaniel? Curtis!
Here, sir.
Here, sir. Here, sir. Here, sir. Here, sir. You logger-headed and unpolished grooms. What? No attendance? No regard? No duty? Where be the foolish knave I sent before?
Here, sir, as foolish as I was before.
You peasant swain. You whoreson malt-horse drudge. Did I not bid thee meet me in the park and bring along these rascal knaves with thee? Go, rascals, go! Fetch my supper in. Come, Kate, sit down and be welcome. Sound, 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 sound! Why, when, I say, be merry, Kate. Off with my boots, you rogue, you villain, when? Take that, you pluck my foot awry, and mend the plucking off the other. Be merry, Kate. Some water, here, what ho? Where are my slippers? Shall I have some water? Come, Kate, and wash, and be welcome. You whoreson villain, will you let it fall? You beetle-headed, flap-eared knave!
Patience, I pray you, 'twas a fault unwilling.
Come, Kate, sit down. I know you have a stomach. Will you give thanks, or else shall I? What's this? Mutton?
I,
Who brought it? Tis burnt. And so is all the meat. What dogs are these? Where's the rascal cook? How durst you villains bring it from the dresser and serve it thus to me that like it not? There, take it to you. Trenchers, cups, and all. You heathen, unmannered slave! Oh, what? Do you grumble? I'll be with you straight!
I pray you, husband, the meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I expressly am forbid to touch it, for it engenders anger, plaintive choler. And better 'twere that both of us did fast, since of ourselves are choleric, than feed it with such over-roasted flesh. Be patient, Kate. Tomorrow shall be mended, and for tonight we'll fast for company. Come, I'll bring thee to thy bridal chamber.
does ever see the like?
He kills her in her own humor.
Where is he?
In her chamber, making a sermon of constancy to her, and rails and swears and rates that she, poor soul, knows not which way to stand, to look, to speak, and sits as when you arisen from a dream. Oh, away with his leader!
Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. My falcon now is sharp and passing empty. Until she stoops, she must not be full gorged, for then she never looks upon her lure. Another way I have to man my haggard, to make her come and know her keeper's call, that is to watch her, as we watch these kites, that bait and beat and will not be obedient. She eat no meat today, nor none shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find with the making of the bed. And here I'll fling the pillow, there the bolster, this way the sheets, another way the coverlet, aye! And amid this hurly I intend that all is done in reverend care of her. And in conclusion she shall watch all night, and if she chance to nod, I'll rail and brawl, and with the clamor keep her still awake. This is a way to kill a wife with kindness, and curb her mad and headstrong humor. He who knows better how to tame a shrew, let him speak. 'Tis charity to show.